Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Market Check, brought to you, of course, by Because Bitcoin. Happy Monday, guys. We got a brand new week ahead of us. Hopefully, everybody had a phenomenal weekend filled with friends and family. And as I like to say, a good opportunity to get away from the charts, even though it's crypto, it's a market that never sleeps. So it's kind of a meme. It's kind of a meme to say that. But yeah, I'm Snorlax. You guys also know me as Tommy. I'm joined by Max, Jackus, and Tucker. Welcome, guys. I hope you guys had a phenomenal weekend as well. Real quickly, before we get cooking and sharing all of that big, juicy alpha, we always appreciate when you guys don't just, it's a Monday, so I guess, no caressing on a Monday. Mondays, we should attack the day, right? You should smash the like button today, guys. So we would love if you guys smash the like button before we get started here. I'm sure we'll bug you again, but it always means a lot to us when you guys engage and, of course, enjoy our content. But yeah, guys, let's get started. It's kind of funny because over the weekend, I was having a phenomenal weekend, just very Christmas oriented, very Christmas themed with my fiance, with my family, and I'm having this wonderful Italian dinner last night when all of a sudden, all of my phone just starts vibrating like crazy. I can feel all of my price alerts beginning to buzz. I check my phone and I'm like, oh, that price alert is going off, right? It's one of those type of moves. But yeah, all that to say, right? I mean, we all saw what happened with Bitcoin last night. We flushed all the way down almost to 40K, basically a 10% wipe from the highs that we set. Definitely a 10% wipe from the highs that we set on the Coinbase chart last week. And so the question is, what does Bitcoin do next from within the context of this move? Is this one of those traditional bull market wipes where you drop 10%, altcoins give a rinse and a good entry, and then you recover it later in the week? You see higher prices, and ultimately it just flushes out over levered buyers rather than actual spot holders? Or is it going to be one of those things where maybe we continue a little bit deeper? It's one of those flushes that continues to maybe shakes out early longs, but still has the same effect where it eventually does U-turn and trade higher prices. I'm pretty curious to see how this resolves, guys, honestly, because I was expecting this move, maybe not quite as soon as it occurred, but I was expecting some sort of dump like this from 44K, given the importance that we discussed of those BitMEX asks and the whale that was taking profit at those levels. What a Chad, man. He caught a 6 or 7 Bitcoin move and closed the Pico top. What a Chad. But for me, I'm somewhat expecting maybe one more low on Bitcoin, maybe one more move. I'm not expecting significantly lower prices. Like, people will jump on the fact that we've finally had some material dip and say, okay, I want to see low 30s, or it's time to capitulate to 12K. And I'm here to say I don't think that's what I think is going to happen, but I do think the opportunity for downside in this week is still there, just given the volatility and the move that Bitcoin has already had. And I think a lot of that downside could still be realized in altcoins, right? I mean, I'm looking across the board at some of these alts, and there is the meme of for one, fill the wick. And a lot of these altcoins do have some pretty nasty wicks to the downside that we could potentially fill. But it almost feels to me, and maybe you guys can correct me when I'm wrong when I sign off here, but it almost feels like Bitcoin led that leg down yesterday, and that alts really didn't. They bled, but I don't think they really flushed to the same degree that Bitcoin did. And maybe that's just because Bitcoin's been leading, but that is some sort of relationship that I would like to discuss with you guys today. Either way, I think we're going to have a ton of volatility in Bitcoin and crypto this week, which is exactly what we want. We're going to be here to cover all of it for you guys. As far as equities go, right, we got the buyback to end last week. This week has opened pretty flat. I mean, you have large cap tech that is kind of getting hit. I saw that Nvidia's down 2%, Microsoft, Tesla down about 1%. So the fact that they are down on a Monday makes me kind of think that at some point we'll probably be trading at higher prices than these current ones later this week. But it is a very, very big week for equities too, right? And we're kind of promised volatility to some degree, given the fact that we have CPI and FOMC this week. What happens as far as that relationship, given that people are going to be hedging very strongly into these events? And what we've typically seen is hedges come off the board and prices go higher when the events are over. But the VIX is now getting into deep value territory. So I think it creates this very interesting push-pull relationship between the two parties in a week that it is going to have probably a lot of volatility, or at the very least a lot of opportunity for volatility. It'll depend on what the market does, of course, and what Powell says. But I think we got a really interesting week ahead of us, guys. I gave a bit of the longer spiel than I usually do, but I'm excited about this week. I really think we're going to have some great opportunities. What are we seeing in the markets, though?
So listen, first of all, guys, so excited to be here. I love the Monday shows because I just, it's like Friday comes around and I'm ready for the weekend. I'm like, man, I've been talking so much this week. I need to give myself a rest. Sunday night hits, Monday morning hits, and I am just so excited to come here and hang out with all you guys. And you guys know what's coming. Before we really get into it, I'm going to need a favor from you. But I was thinking about you guys this weekend. All right. I was thinking about you guys this weekend, and I said, I got to mix things up a little bit. Like, how do I expect them to smash that like button and bring something new to the table if I don't bring anything new to the table? What kind of exchange is that? That's selfish of me. It's unfair. So, guys, I made something for you this weekend. I made a meme. All right. We're going to see if this meme can send us to the all-time high for likes. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pull up my chart and we're going to see if we can get it done today. All right. I made this meme for you guys.
Oh, no.
Market check enjoyer. Here I come, Max. Hey, bro, you should really like the stream. Guys,
so cool.
If you are new here, please consider liking the stream. The regulars, you guys already know the deal, but we got 54 people in here right now. We need at least 54 likes. I made you a meme this weekend, guys. I was thinking about you because this truly is me. I know it's virtual and I can't actually walk up next to you at the urinal and tell you to like the stream, but figuratively, over the internet, this is what I'm doing. Guys, you should really, really like this stream. It helps us so much. It helps us grow like crazy. All right. Whenever you guys like the stream, we immediately see a surge in viewership and we immediately get more subscribers. And then the bigger we get, the more content we can produce, the more alpha we can drop, whatever we can provide. So, guys, you know the deal. I made you a meme. I tried to mix things up. See if we can send us to all-time highs, man. All-time highs on the likes. It really helps us grow. And thank you guys so much for being here. And furthermore, if you are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. We sliced through 3,000 like a hot knife through butter. It was a fantastic feat. We were tracking 3,000 for a while. So yeah, guys, if you're new here, this is Market Check brought to you by Because Bitcoin. We go live Monday through Friday at 10:50 a.m. Eastern time. We did start 10 minutes late today. We did have a meeting we had to tend to after our morning Giga Chad call in the Discord. But yeah, guys, it's a great subscription. It's free to subscribe, and we are here again 5 days a week for a 2-hour-long alpha dump. So again, a reminder, if you are a Market Check enjoyer, here I come. Hey, bro, you should really like the stream. Let's see how we did here. Let's see how we're doing. So we're at 34 likes. All right. Not bad. Not bad. I'll bring this meme up. I'll bring the meme back up later in the show. But thanks, guys. Thanks for the likes. I really don't think that we're going to get too much more out of this. I'm viewing this dump that we had right here as it's this simple, guys. It's this simple. Where's my boxes? Here we go. This was a very, kind of quick move with some inefficiencies that needed to be filled. And, we basically just come back. I actually like the weekly look better. I'm sorry. Let's go 3-day, 2-day, maybe. These candles, we've just come back and we've filled in some of these inefficiencies. I don't think that this is even like a bad dump at all. I actually think this is a pretty healthy retrace. I could see a scenario where, we come back in and we pressure the lows. So let me actually go down to like the lower time frame. I could see something like this potentially, like we just kind of mess around here and then we like come back in and like either maybe just sweep the low or front run it. I don't even know. And then we move up. But I think the majority of the flush is behind us, truthfully. And I know Jackus has a really nice fractal. He showed it this morning in our Discord. And I think I'll probably save that for him. I'll let Jackus drop that fractal. He was the one that found it. But yeah, I mean, I think that this is just a very healthy retrace. And going over to ETH, let's start here. All right. So first of all, we're on the weekly time frame right here. This candle, the weekly candle that is marked here, November 27th, it's this one, the breakout candle. It's this one right here. This candle, the one that I just highlighted in green. When we finally broke out of this 500-day accumulation or reaccumulation from this candle, we did leave behind a weekly inefficiency, which is marked by this blue box. We've since come back, filled it in, at least to the 0.5 fib, which is typically what you see. And at the same time, we're still holding above this breakout spot. I think that we'll probably spend the rest of the day like messing around, again, maybe pressure the low, maybe even sweep the low. I could see, maybe this candle here, needs to be filled in. So maybe like 2150. But then I think we reverse, and I think we reverse pretty aggressively because I think that people are going to start shorting this low here and they're going to get squeezed pretty bad. But yeah, I mean, as long as we don't break below 2100, this is bullish up here still. And I was talking about it this morning in our Discord. This is bull market type of trading where you go up and up and up, and then people get over leveraged at the highs and then they get flushed. And we just sort of reset. And then, a week later, we're actually above, the previous local high. And that's why I've been preaching on the show and in our Discord. You need to trade with smaller size, wider stops, and just be smart and be safe. Wider stops, smaller size, just like de-risk a little bit. Because, okay, for example, with something like Solana, by the way, when we were in the bear market and we were trading Sol, and Sol was at 20 to 25 bucks, I mean, you had to have a huge size because if you'd get a 10% move, on a $20 Sol, it might be, a couple bucks, might go from 18 to 20 or, 22 to 20, something like that, small moves, give or take. And now with Sol, it hit $77 this weekend. Sol at $77, a 2-point move is nothing. It's like a few percent. So the difference now is, for Sol dropping from 77 to 65 or whatever it did, it was like a 13-point drop. I mean, that's a huge move. Imagine if you had bear market sizing on Solana as its 3x. Like, you should be reducing your position size by 3x, and keep those stops wider. And just be smart and be safe. So I actually think this is healthy. We definitely had a huge liquidation cascade yesterday. I think it was like the third largest liquidation that we've had in the past year, something like that. I mean, it was big. We can pull up that derivatives data. I don't have it right in front of me, but it was big. It was pronounced. So yeah, anyways, I think that this is still nothing to be spooked by. And in my opinion, we've come back into retest a pretty critical area and we're holding it. So for example, here's Bitcoin. Nice little normie trend line here. I think it looks better in log, so we'll put it in log. You gotta fit your own bias, right? But anyways, I think it makes sense to use log while you're in what I would consider to be an expansionary period, because without log for Bitcoin's history, you can't even really see much. But yeah, I mean, we came back in to retest this very nicely. And at the same time, just draw another kind of normie line right here. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, this is your hold spot. Maybe you come back down, reaccumulate a little bit more, but I think this resolves to the upside, probably later this week or early next week at the latest. But yeah, I'll leave it there, guys. Let's see. We're only at 30. Is that correct? 36 likes. Guys, come on. We got 61 people in here. I'll throw the meme back up again for the people that are just popping in here. Guys, here's the meme I made you. We need to do better on the likes, guys. If you are enjoying the content, please consider helping us out and hit that like button. It just takes one moment. It just takes one quick moment, and then I'll stop badgering you. But I made you guys this meme. I was thinking about you guys this weekend. I expect the meme to really drive the likes today, guys. If you are a market check enjoyer, then hey, bro, you should really like the stream.
Hey,
Yeah.
real quick, Max, too, to kind of add to the conversation. And sorry, I'm old, so I forgot that Discord changed a lot of stuff. So my bad on being late. But yeah, so if we can go up to the monthly time frame on
Oh, the
Bitcoin,
monthly will, of course.
as
The
as most
monthly
Yeah, of
will.
as
Wow.
course.
most people hate it, right? Hate it or love it. Can we draw a line across the lows of February, March over there, and just kind of draw it all the way across to our right? And then if we could draw a line across the highs, and just kind of draw it all the way
These
across from
highs?
February, March. Yep, all the way across. That's your price range. There's nothing difficult about this move at all. Like it's not difficult. I think a lot of people are overcomplicating the move rather than just viewing it for what it is. Could you dip below the range? Of course, it did do that, right? Could you rise above the range? Of course, it did do that. But this is kind of the price range I think Bitcoin will remain trading between for probably a little while, right? And while it consolidates here and everybody gets fearful, we'll probably see a rotation to alts. That's what I'm anticipating at least for this market. And I think a lot of people are selling right now, when in reality I think there's much more to give. It reminds me of everybody selling at like Q1, Q2 of 2021. Not saying we're at that point. And then all of a sudden, at the end of the year, everything's running, right? Everything just started absolutely sending. And, there's probably good opportunity here that could be occurring right now as we speak, right here with Bitcoin and the current consolidation range. And this is why, like, I continue to try to urge people to try not to be top takers and trying to be, position takers, right? Position takers,
Whoa.
as in like buying dips. Um, I think you have to really kind of view the range for what it is, and not get caught up in the moment, and follow your favorite influencer who tells you that 2008 is happening again because of bank blah blah blahs, right? And I call it blah blah blahs because it doesn't matter. The money's here, it's already in the market, it's not going to re-exit its positions after it just made such a substantial move with a lot of these markets. And I would say if you were to run this on the RSI, anytime Bitcoin's been undervalued, it's been under the 50 on the RSI. Anytime Bitcoin's been overvalued, it's been well above the 70. Bitcoin is just now moving into the range just above the 50. Good luck coming back below that without a bear cycle, right? And I say that more like on the monthly time frame. It's the easiest thing in the world on the monthly to pay attention to. And once you get above that 50 on the monthly, you're staying up there. Like you have no real opportunity to come back into the range below the 50.
I mean,
Max, where did those top in 2021? Those three peaks you highlighted. Where are those?
right here.
Yeah,
This is
so
2020. Oh yeah, it is 2020 through 2021.
I
Um,
mean,
so look, this is what I'm looking for, guys. Like, here, let me.
you would have wanted to stay long the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, you want to wait to see. You want to see a bear div form before you start considering selling, in my opinion. Like we haven't seen that. Okay, so I'm marking these out again. I've been very adamant about this. Here, let me see.
Yeah,
It's just
champs
not.
actually. That's a good point. This uptrend looks better than the prior two,
Sorry,
honestly.
this is actually from right here. I messed this up. Um, yeah, I mean you want to see these divs form. We're not seeing bear divs form yet, guys. Like not even we haven't even seen one yet form on the 2 or 3 day chart. So I'm looking for something like this to form, just like the previous times. I'd like to see. I'd like to see this. I want to see, just like the previous times we've been this overheated. Look at this. It's not every day that the 3 day RSI hits, above 85. 1, 2, 3. This is the third time now going all the way back to 2019. This is a serious move, and everybody think, oh, we dumped, like it's over now. Like, wait until we see something like this, guys, on the 3-day RSI. We'll come down here, then we'll put in a lower high, and then, depending on where price is, but again, here you could put in consecutive, this could take months to distribute potentially, but we'll do something like this, hang on, we'll do this, and then maybe it's, maybe then we pull back. All right. But you want to see this, this is the 3-day. It works for the 2-day as well. We're not like gonna just nuke from here. That's not how tops are formed, guys. Like, that's just not it. Like, we're probably gonna put in another higher high up to 50K or above. Then you'll see, one of these divs form. We'll see a 3-day or 2-day bear div form, just like this, just like these two examples. All right. Just like here. Just like here. And we're going to do the same exact thing right here. And everyone's going to be like, what?
It's not a hard process, Max. Like, people make it so difficult when they look at these charts to understand, like, and RSIs work because strength is everything, right? Strength and volume and momentum, for at least for me, right, as a trader, is everything. And if your strength is not dwindling, what are you smoking? What are you smoking to think that it's just going to roll over? That's
Yeah,
all
and
I
the
can
crazy
say.
part too, Will, is like, all right, let's zoom in here, man. Everyone's, oops, what did I just do there? Everybody's freaking out, going, oh, it's over. It's over. Look at this. Like, this is nothing. This is nothing. What are we talking about here? This is bull
Look at that
market
last
price
chart.
action, man. Look at last cycle. How many of these like little flushes? I mean, look at this one, right? From here to here, Bitcoin dumps 16% in 3 days. And then guess what happens? From that low, I mean, what are we talking about here? This kind of stuff happens all the time. These big flushes are a sign of a bullish market because people are leveraging as much as they possibly can, and they're not being super precise. So they're just shoving leverage, and then you get these big flushes. And I'm just saying, until you start to see higher time frame momentum actually begin to dwindle, and you see some 2 or 3 day RSI divergences, what are we talking about here?
The thing that people don't understand is, like, yes, these markets will cool down eventually, but they take a really, really once the momentum gets going, it takes a long time to kill that momentum, right? Not only does it take a long time to kill that momentum, you've also got to look at it from the perspective that a lot of people are sitting here. They're so hopeful for some kind of position. They're just so hopeful that it's like, look, you are still in optimal buying ranges, in my opinion. Like, I think just people ignoring that. I don't know what to tell them, because this is still the bottom forming. That's what it is. This is not the breakout of the bull market, guys. Like, look at the bull market in 2021. Look at how FOMO that move became. It just ran and ran and ran and ran. 2017, what'd it do? It just ran and ran. We're literally just still chopping. We're still chopping. Even though we're moving up, we're chopping. This is not a FOMO market like people are saying it is. A FOMO market just runs. It absolutely sins. And then okay, now I need to really pay attention because I need to be looking for an exit, right? And your exit needs to be around where? It needs to be around where your strength starts to dwindle. If you took your strength dwindling in 2021, you could have got out of both tops. Both tops. It was not a difficult process. Could have threw it on the weekly, looked at your bear divs. They were telling you the price was starting to dwindle, right?
I mean, look
And
at this
as it
clear
was rising.
div. Look at these divs here at the very peak of top, Will. That's a great point. All right, that's a really great point. Look at this. I'm gonna mark them out for everybody just to keep it real, real simple. All right. So here's a nice. Actually, I'll make
And that's
this
a lot
red.
of time, so it makes it even easier.
Yeah, you can see it coming from a mile away. Look at this. Look at this. This is all you're looking for. You're waiting to see something like this happen. You're waiting to see these divs. They're so playable, man. Look at how many you had here at the 64K top. I mean, it went across all these highs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, this was like this was so like a slow moving car crash,
Textbook, Max. You literally see the accident 10 miles ahead. It's do you floor it and hope that the accident gets out of the way before you get there, or do you just get out of the way and stop your car before you hit the accident?
What do
Literally.
you do, Will? Do you floor it?
Hell no, I'm not flooring. I get out of the way, man.
And look,
not
I'm just saying,
stupid.
we
use my
haven't had
whip
any
out
divs in
analogy.
here. There's no divs in here. Wait for
Guys,
this.
do you know what's crazy? That like few months ago, maybe like even a few weeks ago, everyone was expecting -30, -50% drops on Bitcoin and anything. And now we are in an environment where like we drop -10% and everybody loses their minds. I think that's a pretty interesting comparison.
It is. It's very, very interesting. And people have forgotten what it's like to trade a bull market. I'd be more concerned if we didn't get flushes like this. I really would. These are healthy. This is very healthy, but what's not healthy is the lack of likes on this video. Guys, we have 84 of you Chads watching this stream right now with 52 likes. The ratio has to be at least 1-to-1, guys. It has to be. It must be. I cannot settle for less, guys. If you are enjoying the content, please consider hitting that thumbs up button for us. It does wonders for our growth. We smashed through 3,000 subs recently. We're at 3,030 right now. And the reason we're able to grow so quickly is because of you guys. You show up every single day, just as we do, and you contribute to our growth. It's one big community. So, guys, please hit that thumbs up button for us. Help us out. It just takes one quick moment. You make sure you're signed into your account and you hit that thumbs up button. We show up every single day. It's a 2-hour alpha dump. The entire team is jacked to be here. We just need you to hit that thumbs up button for us. And again, thanks so much for being here. Furthermore, I'm sure some of you came from Twitter. Maybe some of you found us on the YouTube Explore page and the algo's starting to take a liking to us. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. And this is Market Check, brought to you by Because Bitcoin. It's our daily live YouTube show. We are live here Monday through Friday with this entire cast, the 5 of us here. We show up. We basically just dump alpha. We have fun. We talk narratives. We beg you to hit the like button and subscribe. It just kind of is what it is. Sometimes we make memes, but it's really a good time. It's a great part of everybody's day. We show up Monday through Friday, 2-hour-long alpha dump. You guys come hang out with us. It's a great way to start the morning. It's a really great way to start the day. So, guys, subscribe so you can be made aware of when we go live and we also drop some videos. But yeah, guys, let's run these likes up. We need a 1-to-1 like ratio, guys. We really need a 1-to-1 like ratio.
Thanks.
56 likes. This is tough, guys. It's tough for me to look at right now. Yeah, Jack.
Gotta get that like Bitcoin pair up.
The ratio should be 2-to-1, guys, because you guys go and join in from that second account and like from both, right? So if we have 80 people watching, the likes should be at 160. That's the number.
That's true. Everybody should. I know everybody's got 2 Gmails. I mean, who doesn't have 2 Gmails? You just log into your other account. They'll like it, man. They'll come through. They're still waking up. People are still having coffee. I know they're gonna hit that like button, man. But I know there's somebody out there watching right now. They probably got headphones in and they're like, I'm not liking this video. I'm just gonna listen. I'm not gonna like shit. They can't make me like it. You know what? You're right. I can't make you like it. But I'll tell you what. One day it's gonna come full circle, and you're gonna have a stream, and I'm gonna pop into the comments of your stream, and you're gonna be like, oh, it'd be really cool if you guys liked it. You're gonna be all polite, and I'll be like, you know what? He liked my stream back in the day. I'm gonna like his stream. It's gonna come full circle, and I'm gonna give you that like, and you don't even have to make memes for it. You don't. But I'm gonna pull up my meme one more time, see if it works better this time. All right, and then I'm gonna leave you guys alone until the end. All right, you can only do so much, guys. I made this meme for you this weekend. I'm gonna show this one more time because the audience has grown. If you are a Market Check enjoyer, then hey, bro, you should really like the stream. It is what it is. All right. I'm not going to bug you guys about it anymore, but I got to get out of the way because it really, really helps the channel, man. It really, really helps the channel. But yeah, anyways, I don't see what all this fuss is about, man. This is like so just like easy textbook. Wait for some bear divs to form. Even if we went down lower than here, even if we went down to to 39, I would still contend there's a higher than not probability that we go on to make a new local high before this rally is cooked. Tops are not formed like this. Okay, it's very, very rare to see a top formed like this.
Well,
Very rare.
here's the thing too to add to that, Max. If you look at every bear div, we drove higher as the bear div was forming. So like even if people think the top is in, you're gonna see it drive higher. It's just what's gonna happen if you're gonna see a bear div.
Yeah.
Which on price, while RSI started to dwindle.
Yeah, it's a great point, Will. It's a
I
man
would
who's
also
been through
say-
many bull markets.
even if the top is in fact in on Bitcoin, and I don't think that it is in, but we would have a sideways period for altcoin outperformance anyway, just based on the way our last few tops have transpired.
Yep.
So, you know, I think whenever this dump is done, you're going to see a huge bounce back from a lot of these altcoin markets that have been beaten down over the last 24 hours. And I'll be honest, I think they can continue to get beaten down into midweek, but I do think that it's probably time to, if you haven't devoted any time, it's probably about time, to be looking at altcoins that, you think can still outperform. Maybe they haven't run yet. Maybe they have various reasons for not, really moving, or the market conditions just weren't, just set up for them, given that other coins were pumping. But, I think generally speaking, there are a lot of altcoins that are presenting some really attractive high time frame setups, even in the wake of the dump that they put in yesterday.
So, Tommy, that's actually very interesting you mentioned that, because there's actually a couple altcoins that are deep green after flushing like 20%.
Pull it up, Max. Pull it up.
INJ, TIA.
Yeah.
Look at these little
Max's stop.
Look at that. They almost came to get me. You guys know last week we were talking about this, man. I longed right here, and it's personal now, man. This is not just a trade. This is me versus the market maker, man. It really is. It's a game of chicken, who can hold out the longest. And at this point, I've held through some of the most churny, disgusting meat grinder conditions I ever have seen, and I will not sell. Either they come and take me out at break even or slightly in profit because my entry was down here, or I'll see you at $20. It's that simple. It is that simple. But TIA, I mean, we're looking here. TIA is green, So we dumped yesterday from, I got to go to the lower time frame because it happened so quickly. All right, we dumped right here 14.5% in an hour, and then TIA recovered like a Chad 24% in the hour following that. I mean, that's incredible, first of all. But TIA is green 3% after all this. So very interesting. And then I go down to Injective. INJ is up 7.5% after flushing. Let's look at the lower time frame. Look at this. What dump? What dump? Even lower. Look at this. Oh my goodness. What dump?
But
That
Max,
is
this
crazy.
is to me what this is with INJ, with all these ones that are running TIA. This is just showing that the bull market is just getting started, right?
Yes.
The liquidity is just starting to flow into these alts. It's starting to form bottoms, not tops, not middles, bottoms for them. And these things will continue into the next bull run. And that's where a lot of people get it wrong. I mean, people forget the 1 penny ADA, right? And once it bounced out that 1 penny, ADA never came back to that 1 penny again. You had that one opportunity to get it at a penny, right? And if you took that, you got it at a penny. But if you didn't take that, you had to buy it 10 cents plus. That was the range where it sat and consolidated for a while. And then at a certain point, you had to buy it 25 cents plus. And then at a certain point, you had to buy it 40 cents plus. And then at a certain point, you had to buy it $1 plus. And people forget that this liquidity builds and builds and builds, and it builds levels for these alts just like it builds levels for Bitcoin. And if you don't take entries on optimal positions or coins that are, we can call them down bad or whatever, but you think will come back in the next bull, There's tons of stuff you can front run this market on right now, in my opinion, to where you don't even have to chase any of these. And really, these all are probably still bottoms in comparison to where they can go in the next bull run. And I think a lot of
And
people just ignore
Will,
that.
how you meant? Okay, so in my opinion, things like INJ and Celestia here are basically showing you their hand. They've been market leaders. They've been the strongest names in the market.
Exactly.
And these are the first ones to recover amongst a sea of red when we had a Sunday night to Monday morning weekly open dump on everything. So in my opinion, these are leading the markets. These are the coins that you should be watching, the ones that went deep red and they were participants in that flush, but have since recovered. If this was completely over, you would not see any altcoins. You would specifically see ones that were market leaders nuking harder and refusing to recover because of the asymmetric and highly lopsided open interest relative to other tickers. So I'm looking at TIA and I'm looking at Injective, and I'm saying, this ain't over yet. We got things that flushed and were quick to recover and snap back. Wait for Bitcoin and ETH to snap back. It might take an extra 48 hours, 72 hours. Who knows exactly? But when they recover, these two names specifically, TIA, INJ, they're going to get sent to Valhalla. Okay.
But do you know how I view a lot of these? Like we'll say TIA, for instance, right? Or we'll say AVAX, because somebody mentioned AVAX. We'll say Ethereum, because we'll say Polygon. I view these as liquidity starts to fill into these L1s, L0s, whatever, L2s, whatever you want to call them. That's just what they're called. I just say whatever you want to call them, because some people view some of these as real, some of them not. But as you start to see liquidity move on to these chains, it just shows you where the liquidity is the most interested, right? And I look at it like ecosystems. So I'm like, all right, if a lot of liquidity is flowing into Polygon, do I buy Polygon? No, I go and I look at the ecosystem of Polygon and look for opportunity within Polygon, right? And that's where I came up with Nakamoto Games and a couple other ones. I don't need to buy these layer ones. I don't need to buy these layer zeros. I don't need to buy any of this. It just tells me where liquidity wants to play, probably in the coming cycle. And if liquidity wants to play really heavily on AVAX, then I'll be looking at a lot of things on AVAX. If it wants to play really heavily on Ethereum, then I'll be looking at a lot of things on Ethereum. I don't have to buy the underlying layer. I can buy the beta of it, or what's on the chain to be able to make to really capitalize in the next market in a big way.
Yeah, it's a great
And I
point.
see Tommy over there. I know he's liking it.
We've been talking a
If you want
lot,
to weigh
Will.
in there, Tommy.
Me and you have been just talking back and forth. It's been great. We've been cooking. Let's hear from some of the other guys, man. We're hijacking it, man.
Sol,
up,
man.
guys?
Sol, what a coin. What a coin. This is kind of what I expected for Sol, honestly. I think generally I'm thinking that it will form a really wide, basically like not exactly a megaphone, but just this massive chop up over the higher time frame, probably over the next few months. Eventually it'll end in a blow off, but I think people are going to have to really stick around for that, or at the very least it's going to need some sideways price action of sorts, even if it's somewhat going vertical, to kind of cool down after running essentially like 5 or 6x from the Pico low that it's set. But yeah, no, I mean, last week I was kind of expecting, or a few weeks ago when Sol was at, I think it was mid to low 50s, Tucker and Max. I don't know if you guys remember, but I was sharing that price action. Basically, Sol is basically just mimicking a much larger version of the price action, the vertical accumulation that it had in the upper 20s and low 30s a few weeks ago, right before going absolutely parabolic. So I was expecting a run back towards 78. I'm still expecting Sol to come down into low 60s, possibly even. I mean, I guess we wicked it, so maybe we deviate the wick, form an SFP PO3 type of setup and come back up. But I think that many people are going to be quick to call for the death of Solana, and I think as long as you can hold above like $58, $60 within that vicinity, there is a very good chance that Sol is back at like mid 80s, maybe even $90, like in a week or two. I'm dead serious when I say that. Just within the context of this trend, I think that Sol can just continue to chop people to smithereens with the massive upward chop.
Do you know what Seoul reminds me of, Tommy? Seoul reminds me of Chicago, man. The murder capital of the U.S., maybe the world.
Oh my
And
god.
but everybody wants to vacation there. Everybody wants to vacation there. So we'll see how it plays out in the next cycle. But I could definitely see Seoul, being that vacation spot for a lot of people. And then once the death numbers come out, it'll end up kind of getting wrecked in the next bear again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I mean, trading it is not for the faint of heart. I mean, if you're just trying to ape a coin for beta, it has not been very friendly to people who have used too much leverage or chased breakouts. It was actually very savage towards breakout traders last week before finally going for that nice little rip.
Max, let me show you something.
Pull a Tommy then.
Boom.
Oh, who could have foreseen?
Who? Oh no, what happened?
I didn't do that.
Oh, Max.
You rug yourself.
I did not rug myself. There you go.
Self-rugger.
Look at that, man. It doesn't get any better.
Tucker Nachi line.
Look at that. Come on. You got to respect. You got to respect the
Hey,
raise.
catch
man.
out Edwards in the comments of
Seoul is like Mexico. They have nice spots at your own risk. Yeah, that's real. No, I think if you can hold that, I think you definitely minimum swipe at these highs, right? Minimum get back up here, even if it's one of these. I don't know.
This is a
Something
great
like
comment from our man Edward. Fantastic comment. Seoul is like Mexico. They have nice spots, but at your own risk.
that. Mm-hmm.
Don't go onto the beach at night, guys.
Oh, who is this All Might in the comments? What is an SFP?
Oh, and an SFP is a swing fail pattern. It's basically you get, for example, you get like a wick or a low or a high. It's a pivot point in the sense that you trade back towards it again. And if you fail to break out or break down from that swing level, then it represents like a fake out almost. And it's a common like shorter or long trap setup that you'll see. And a PO3, PO3 is kind of like the same concept, but I would say a PO3 is a bit more substantial. Yeah, I'd probably have to show we could probably just show like a illustrated example of what that would look like.
Look at that. There's a swing fail, man. Come
He's
on.
also asking what is PO3.
What's
But
a PO3, man? Come on now. Come on.
Show it,
You know we
show it.
have to pull up, man. Yeah.
That's a PO3, yeah.
Yeah. One of these.
So you got the proof of 3. It represents the
power of 3.
the power of 3. You've got you got 3 moves, right? You've got the first move, which in this case was the move down. You've got the consolidation, which is the trap setup, the manipulation phase. That's where they, get liquidity to set up the final move, which is the eventual extension that Link had there.
you can call it the PO3. You can call it the trap door. You can call it the trap card. You can call it the trap, like in the hood. Any of those, right? All of them are bad. All of them are bad, and they usually result in the opposite, reaction than what you're actually intending.
Yeah. So Link did it pretty nicely here, but yeah, I mean, I think good points across the altcoin market. I think these are the levels for TIA, guys. This is what I'm looking for. I think if you break that 1618 again, you're probably just gonna teleport up here to about 16.
Let's do this. By the way,
yeah.
Okie Pokey had a great comment.
What do you say? We need a meme of Will's face on a goat's body looking into a crystal ball.
With the 1 month.
The 1 month in the back.
The 1 month. Some work for Max over the weekend.
Yeah. I'll make another meme. Don't worry. I'm going to start making more memes for you guys.
I don't know. Maybe it's
The
like a
meme
smaller
mode.
version of this. You know?
The me more.
Tucker, that 2.618 is happening, man.
Oh yeah, it's juicy. 16s, baby. 16s. I don't know if we get the 3618 at 2022 about, but
Wow, you're not a believer, huh?
I mean, we'll get there eventually. I have no doubt with that, but I don't know if in the short term we can get there. I mean, look, if Bitcoin recovers, obviously TIA is one of the and Rollbit randomly is one of the strong coins in the. What is Rollbit doing, man? What's going on here? Oh, who could have foreseen? Who could have foreseen, man?
That's a clean channel.
The cleanest channel. 29 coming up, boys. There you go. 30.
Looks good. It looks
Yeah.
good. If it's already green right now, I mean, imagine when ETH goes to a new high after this flush.
Mhm.
What's going to happen to ETH beta?
Oh my goodness gracious. When you got to pull the chart down because it just nukes through everything. Yeah. Oh, we're on the 15 minutes. Sorry, boys. Sorry,
If
Will.
If ETH can't get back above 2250, I'm expecting 2K.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean it's just like a structural level, right? I mean it's
Tucker, I heard that, by the way.
You're welcome, Will.
You can see where we're kind of capped or prices capped by was the previous consolidation where you had a bunch of longs propel price into the last high, right? You know, I look at that consolidation from right there.
Yeah, this guy's right here.
Yeah, those guys are underwater as well as the guys in the top consolidation. But I think, you know, structurally speaking, if you can put the buyers who we're trading into now back above water, you can absolutely make another run at the highs. Right.
So you flip that top white line and we send, Tommy? Is that what I'm
No,
doing?
I don't even think you need to
You
go
just
that
gotta
high.
get them in here.
Yeah. Oh, flip
Just
that little cluster.
Flip the consolidation we have down here. You probably undo the entire you know, inefficiency that we just formed on that dump. But if you don't, then I am expecting probably 2K, and then on Bitcoin like 39K. And I think those are fantastic buys. At the very least, they're probably fantastic buys for some altcoins that look ready to trend.
So which altcoins?
Will's gonna hate me, but I'm gonna say Sol because I do think it can go back up to
yeah, baby.
But yeah, no, I would say Sol, ETH beta. I would imagine that hasn't run yet. That's formed, you know, promising patterns. Not you don't want to just long a laggard. That's kind of a recipe for. It can be a recipe for a lot of variance, at least as far as your returns go, but. INJ is self-explanatory, very strong coin. It's probably going to continue to chat as long as, or if you have any measurable strength in Bitcoin and ETH, INJ is probably going to go to like $30. And then I thought Doge looked okay, holding its trend line from the bottom. Let's see what else. Celestia, I don't think is super far away from running, but you know, it might chop around for a few days or like a week. So I'm
Celestia chopping? That doesn't sound like Celestia
I think you
at
might
all.
have to sit in that long for a bit longer, Max.
Like I've told you guys, it's personal now. It's personal. I'm not selling this position. I cannot.
Look at the lower time frames, man. It's just
Dude, Tucker, draw where I entered, man. I want everyone to understand. Draw a circle there for me, please. Or
yeah, Max got in right about here, guys.
Look what I've had to hold through this entire time, guys. Look at what I've held through, man. You think I'm going to sell this position before I literally double my portfolio? Sorely mistaken. Sorely mistaken. I will not be selling. I cannot do it. I didn't go through all this just to sell at $10.30. I'll happily sell some Celestia at 15. I'll be happy to sell.
You gonna front run that 261A, Max?
No, Absolutely not. I'm gonna catch the wick above
Yeah,
it.
but Max, this comes back to, again, I'm gonna keep pointing out because I think so many people are short-sighted in these ranges. Like, this is not, it's not the Pico bull market. The bull market hasn't even started. Like, you have plenty of room on TIA, in my opinion. You have plenty of room on a lot of, even Sol. Look, I sit here and I badger Sol because Sol has very little to give, but a lot to take. I think even going into the next bull, probably maybe 300 if you're lucky. And if you got it at $8, hey, you made exponentials. But if you're getting it at 80, good luck. You're getting like a 3 or 4x. I'd much rather play the beta, right? So if you say Sol beta, I'm on board. If you say Sol, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'd rather put my money elsewhere.
You know what I really appreciate is that ETH BTC is holding up here in the face of
Is
this
it?
dump.
I haven't even looked at it.
It's not like ripping, right? But it's not dumping. Like, to me, this looks like we've definitely carved out a bottom, because I think 30 to 60 days ago, if we had gotten this flush, you would have seen ETH BTC make a new low.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna admit that though till hindsight.
Can you
And
zoom
you
in
know
a
what
little
I'm
bit,
talking
Tucker?
about.
Like, maybe,
I mean, we're kind of doing this, you know.
yeah.
So what do
but
you,
if
what do
you
you
zoom
guys
in,
think in a scenario where Bitcoin flushes to 38 to 40K in that zone? Do you think that alts on the second leg, on a hypothetical second leg lower, would alts dump more or less than Bitcoin to continue holding this low, or are they just lagging the Bitcoin dump? Because that was something that I said at the start of the show. It felt more like Bitcoin led the move down yesterday, whereas you usually see alts with, I would say, much more dramatic wicks than what they had.
Yeah, I think it goes back to the thesis I was talking about earlier when you talk about $1, ADA, or not $1, 1 penny ADA, and then you got 10-cent ADA, and then you got 25-cent ADA, and these alts are actually building levels, and people are not going to acknowledge it until it's too late. They think that somehow this is going to revisit lows again, and I just don't see that happening. I see liquidity building in the market across the board, and as these things start to shift away from their lows, good luck getting them at cheaper prices anymore. You're going to then at that point have to chase or find something better, which means
I
higher
think,
beta.
given how total 3 looks, Tommy, I would be inclined to think that alts bleed less and recover quicker.
I do think alts will recover quicker. I absolutely am in
Oh,
agreement with
man.
that. I think right now I'm a little torn on whether or not I think they can bleed a little bit more first. But I do absolutely agree that whenever this low is set, altcoins are going to run very aggressively off of it, probably for a few weeks.
It's hard to say because we're seeing such a mixed basket of performance for alts. The ones we talked about today, right? INJ and Celestia. They went, deep red last night on the flush to deep green, while everything else is still red. But then there's other altcoins like Sol, which I mean, it just kind of put in a local bounce here, but it was still down 10% this morning. So I don't know. I mean, I think that, it's kind of like my view on a lot of small cap companies right now in legacy. I think you're going to see a lot of alts that have kind of been forgotten, rally really hard, or things like Sol that led off of the bottom. In my opinion, it'll probably distribute. Just like Sol is the first altcoin to bottom, I think Sol is going to be the first altcoin to top. And I think there's a non-zero chance that it's already put in its top of this rally, and we'll start to see Sol ETH and Sol BTC actually distribute here. So I think it just depends. I think it really depends.
Yeah.
I do think the one thing I can be absolutely certain of with Solana is that, and Janet Yellen was right about this. It is like the murder house, man. It's going to continue to destroy traders if they're impatient. Because the one thing I've noticed with Solana from trading it these last few weeks is if you're just patient, you actually do get really ideal entries on it. But if you're impatient and you try to chase, you will get destroyed. Because it's funny. I talked a little bit about it last week too, was, we always thought when these sophisticated players, these market makers, these new market makers came in from TradFi, and I do think that they're here to some degree on a lot of these alts, that the price action on Bitcoin and Ethereum would be more difficult to trade. And I think it's played out more visibly on altcoins because they just trade much more like you'd expect a stock to trade, or a very mechanical algorithm to trade a very volatile market and capture the spread on it. I just think that Sol is kind of like the perfect example of that. It might just be TradFi's new favorite, altcoin to market make at the moment. Who knows?
It could be. How much of you this Sol rally or most recent extension do you think could be attributable to the airdrops that have been teased and also given?
Well, the market moves on incentives. It always has, always will. Where there is money to be made, people will use your chain. It all kind of stems from the idea of like no token, no community. If the token is pumping, you're going to have a great community. If the token isn't pumping, then the community will go somewhere where they have tokens that are pumping. You can kind of see that on Ethereum right now, where on-chain has been super dead. And as a result, the token has been kind of unable to sustain a lot of these rallies that it's had, at least in the sense of where you just see relentless continuation that Sol has had. But Sol is benefiting from the number go up, mercenary community members that have joined, and the added liquidity helps, and it kind of begets itself. But I think at the end of the day, it's all about, if the token's going up, if you build it, they will come. The speculators will come to your chain.
Well, and I think this is probably the only piece of the rally that really got juiced by airdrops, right? Because that Jito airdrop happened
that's what I mean, by the way, because you remember my fractal that I put in the Discord this weekend? I'll share it here. That's kind of what I'm still thinking happens, honestly.
Yeah, I think this last push up was all that free money that just got printed and shoved into the Sol ecosystem.
What did ETH do and behave like during DeFi summer? Because that Sol could be going through its equivalent of DeFi summer right now.
Where is it? February. What, this?
Yeah. Was that DeFi summer? I can't see timing.
Yeah, I mean, that's choppy for sure.
Tops in. Nope. Tops in. Nope. Tops in. All right. We could see something. I mean, I could see us being like right here on Sol. Honestly, I could see us being.
Yeah, I actually like that fractal a lot. Like,
I do too.
I don't know if we get a third drive or the high is it doesn't really matter, but I like that for reaccumulation. So maybe Sol drops down to like sub 60.
Yeah.
And just 60. Chops and grinds, curls. Everybody wants lower. You don't get your entry and then
90.
blast off.
90.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you could do some massaging, Tucker.
I do think that's what's going to happen, by the way, that we're going to trade down into low 60s. Everybody's going to be calling for the top to be in on Sol, and then it does it again. Just a face ripper. I don't think it's going to take that long to play out either. I really think that we can be back at that level within a week.
Wait, that's ETH. Hang on. Let me just.
I agree with you, Tommy.
Who could have foreseen that PA?
Imagine having a Sol short that you held from like 76 to or 78 to 60 and thinking that's the golden swing, and then you get rebalanced like a week later.
Yeah. Yeah, something like this, Tucker. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, right? I mean, I'd maybe stretch it out a little further than that.
Oh yeah, it's going to be like.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, hang on.
So maybe you flush down to 50. I like that a lot, man. I like that a lot. And it will never be exactly like this, but the spirit of this move.
Damn, that would be 43.
But by the way, that's like kind of perfect.
Oh, wait, that would be after. Okay, yeah. So reaccumulate down to like 57, rip it to 85, nuke, consolidate, and then you start your run.
And by the way, if Sol set a new high here, that would give like a textbook perfect 2 or 3 day bear div like we were talking about for Bitcoin needing this morning. It would be perfect. That would be absolutely perfect.
And this is what we talk about. Like, imagine selling your spot soul even right here if it's gonna go and do something like this after, right? Like,
You can't miss the forest through the trees here, man. I think
yeah, like
this environment, you're better served having a high time frame look on it and just sitting on your hands during volatility and flushes.
like even that, like, oh, it pulls back 36% to 43, right? And then it goes on to just
Can you go back to Sol real quick? See that the bottom white line you have at 30? You know how many people are going to be drawing like I'm bidding here right at 30 bucks? That's the most obvious level for a retest, and I don't think it's coming.
Yeah, you probably just retest this consolidation you got like in here.
Can you extend that draw that all the way to the left now? Drag that to the left. Yeah, like the top of that cluster. See what I mean? That's what I think gets retested.
Yeah,
Not the bottom white line. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you could even just do it like that.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
Concrete.
Save that, Tucker. Save that drawing because it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to happen, boys.
Yeah, you can just highlight them all, right? Click on one, the top, and then hold down shift and click on the bottom one.
No way.
Yeah, then
then
drag.
Wow. No, it's all in there now, but
no, you need to drag it then. Oh, you already did it. Okay.
I did it.
Okay.
It's all good. Oh man, look, even the fractal respects the lines, man. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
Still think we get this what is it? I think it's like a weekly FVG on ETH. Yeah. No, what is it? Is it monthly? I don't know what it is. Couldn't tell you. But we're gonna get it.
I think from like a lower time frame standpoint, I think this is super random, but I do think we probably float back up into 42.2, 42.4. I see AZTV long targeting that level. I do think we'll probably retest that region here pretty soon, and that'll tell me a lot about where we are in this move. Because if we reject it, I do think we can continue lower at that point.
Yeah. It's the same thing. You want to see this consolidation support price and not cap it.
Yeah. Looks a little better than ETH, though.
It does.
Structural standpoint.
Yeah, it does.
But ETH is probably more likely to chat aggressively whenever it's done dumping. You would think.
I mean, you've completed the BART, like this was the BART, man.
Wow, ETH went really far.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I still think it can see. I still think it can see 2K on the dot.
ETH?
Yeah, I do. But I mean, like I said, it is contingent on how we trade around this consolidation that we just set. I think if you're aping a short after a dump like that, that's probably, you need to be taking some really, really tight risk parameters if that's how you're trying to play it. But I mean, you have a pretty clear invalidation though at the same time as well, because you have buyers that are underwater, and as long as they remain underwater, you have the opportunity to continue dumping.
There's that.
Yeah, but here's the thing though too. Like it comes down to exactly what you said. You can see a retest of 2, but I think 2K is the floor now, right? And this goes back to my rising liquidity thesis, to where I think like floors are being set and people are not acknowledging that, and they're trying to buy and sell every move. And when the big move comes, they're gonna sell the top of that move, and then it's gonna pull back a little bit, and they're gonna be looking to buy at a lower price, and it's gonna rip like really freaking hard against them.
Yeah.
So like trying to play every single move on this move up or secular move up for the market I think at a certain point it becomes not the play, right? And I think that for most, if not majority of investors or people participating in these markets, not necessarily us who trade on a regular basis, on a daily basis, it's probably better not to trade the ranges unless you really are able to identify the levels. And I mean, we do come in and help with that, but our thesis can change in the middle of the day. I mean, that's why we had the BB group, right? So we can update them on the regular if we're like, okay, we're changing things up a little bit because we're seeing different flows. But your average trader is going to come to these shows, or your average retail investor, and they're going to look at these and they're going to be like, oh, well, they said these levels, and they're not going to know that we've actually changed those strategies because they're not in the BB Discord, and they're just coming to the shows, and they're looking at this as if we're giving them levels to take positions on. Ideally, what we're trying to do is show you guys a lot of the time in these shows the structure, right? We're trying to show you what the structure that's building and where we see liquidity building, but that can change on a day-to-day basis, an hour-to-hour basis. It just depends on, what all is going on in the market. And if you're a trader, you know that. If you're not a trader, you get upset because things have changed because you're like, well, you said this. It's like that doesn't mean that conditions can't change. They can always change.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, I think you got to hold here, or I could see you coming back to 2K. I agree, but I think you got some good Ray support here. I mean,
and in Nork, all right. Let me tell you something. All right, I think I came within $40 of a liquidation around 24, 25K on a long position that I had posted in our Discord, and I ended up holding that to the upside. Like all of us have made killer moves, I would say, in these markets when it comes to positioning against these markets. Some of us make them at different times, but all of us on the team have been in similar situations.
Must hold zone for ETH, boys. Let's see here. Where is it?
I mean, I'm sure Sol's going to lead off the low, right? It's usually how it goes. If we're going to bottom, you're probably going to see it in Solana before you see it in any other market. So if you are bullish, I would probably just wait for market structure breaks on Solana. They'll probably tip the market's hand as far as where we're going.
Let's see here.
Let's look at equities. Let's look at some equity charts. See how Ken Griffin and co are doing this week.
What do you know? Bull chop. What do you know? Who could have foreseen? This probably extends, man. I mean, it probably does. This probably just goes up here after chopping a little.
Yeah. I think it could happen. I think we could start to see the move up this week if it's going to occur.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that 4750 level. I mean, individuals are probably going to outperform, but I mean, I just don't know why I mean, we do have a CPI in Powell this week, but I don't know what reason they're going to have to take it lower.
Did you guys hear anything that I said earlier? How long have I been off stage talking, bro?
Probably like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 minutes.
Did you guys hear the part where I talked about the trades?
What
Which
trade?
one?
Oh yeah. No, I was just wanting to say, no rock. I was like, I think I came within $40 of a liquidation around 24K, and I showed it the maximum, but I think it was within $40. All of us have been in a similar position to where we've been long or short against these markets and come very close to liquidation positions, but been able to hold through that. I think like people trying to trade these ranges, man. I don't know, man. I do not know. I agree with the haram statement somebody made earlier, but I just don't think it's the play.
Somebody wants copper charted.
No, he said Cooper. Can you chart Cooper?
Oh,
Look
Cooper.
up COOPR. Let's see it.
Jackass, come on, man. What's up? Cook for us.
Yeah.
Tell us about Cooper. Oh no, we can't hear Jackass. It's
I think here's the thing. Look, we got champs talking about BTCD. Like, come on, like, guys. Like BTCD matters, but it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. Like, you gotta understand.
I'm gonna say something about BTCD. Will, you're spot on. It doesn't. It matters on like the monthly time frame, but people that were hyper focused on Bitcoin dominance the past 3 months were not positioned for this move because they felt as though it implied Bitcoin dominance going up and everything going down in US dollar terms. They didn't understand, or they didn't put enough weight in the possibility or probabilities that Bitcoin dominance could go up and everything could just rip with Bitcoin leading. So people that were hyper focused on Bitcoin dominance, not wanting to position across the board because they felt as though the recession was imminent because Bitcoin dominance was looking bullish. I mean, look what's happened. You know, great. Bitcoin dominance is going up. That's great. That means Bitcoin is outperforming to the upside. That doesn't mean you shouldn't have exposure to anything. Who cares about Bitcoin dominance? Like, let's chart some alts and figure out what's going to rip.
People so much want to look at BTCD. It's like, dude, just measure Bitcoin against another asset. If the asset's doing better than Bitcoin, then it's something to look at. If the asset looks like it's bottoming against Bitcoin, it's something to look at. It's like me saying, okay, what do I want for performance in the stock market? Well, guess what? I'm going to put SPY against that asset, and if it's doing better than SPY, it's an asset I want to be in because I want to outpace the SPY, right? It all depends on what your pacing is, what your risk. Again, the more pacing, like if I put SPY against Tesla, what am I doing? Or not SPY against Tesla, sorry. An asset, we'll say Lucid against Tesla, what am I doing? Well, I'm putting beta on beta. And if I'm doing beta on beta, what am I doing? I'm increasing my risk, right? If you want the least amount of risk, you go with the least riskiest asset, aka the grandfather SPY. You put your asset against the SPY and you lessen your risk if it's doing better, right? And same thing with crypto. If you want to outpace and get more sats, we'll just call them sats. You want to get more sats, Bitcoin against any asset. And if the asset's beating Bitcoin, it's more sats. It's not a hard concept. It's really not. You don't even need BTCD. It's not difficult.
Dominance is more of like a contextual metric, right? I mean, it's not, I don't think anybody should be trading just directly Bitcoin dominance. But I think, you know, you can piece things together periodically and it'll sometimes make sense. Like I think about, for example, a great example of where you could use context with Bitcoin dominance was the bull market. Every time Bitcoin dominance would reach its range lows, that was typically around a market top, right? So you can use it contextually speaking for something like that. But you know, at the end of the day, you're going to be better off trading the USD valuations of any of these assets over Bitcoin dominance. It's just a part of the puzzle, right?
Yeah, and I need to jump in here with some really important news. First of all, we're at 91 likes, guys. That's fantastic.
Heck yeah!
Wow.
If we can hit 100, if we can hit 100 likes while live, that'd be the second time we've ever hit 100 while live on the air. We usually hit 100 with the replays because we give like a whole afternoon crew that, you know, we got like 300 people that consistently watch after. But you guys, the live crew, man, 91 likes. That's fantastic. Thank you guys so much. Second, Ozeal, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Thank you so much. Very generous of you. $5, 5 big ones. That means everybody on the panel here gets $1. One buckaroni, one buckaroni sandwich. Thank you so much, Ozeal. Very, very generous. Tucker, would you be so kind to oblige his request here? Let's compare SHIB, PayPay, and Bonk.
PayPay.
We're gonna need some massaging here, man.
Oh, I'll show you guys where I think Pepe is right now.
No, do the other one, Tucker. Maybe
You sure?
Yeah. I think
This?
PayPay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I heard that, Will.
Will's the godfather of PayPay.
He is.
Not that he was an early adopter of it, but just that he's the only one on planet Earth that's ever called it PayPay.
Twapping into Pepe.
Oh, Will, there is no second best, man. That's how I know you're old, Will, is because my dad will say like Chipotle,
Oh no.
you know, or like he'll mess up like restaurant names, you know.
You know where I think Pepe is right now? If you have Doge. Oh, wait, we don't have Doge pulled up, so I won't.
What do we
But
want?
I can't remember if I talked about this last week, but sorry if you guys hear the leaf blower. Yeah,
What is happening? I mean, Bonk is just.
You can't even chart bonk, man. You just
Yeah.
no, it just is. It just is what it is.
Yeah. So what? Okay. Pepe Shib. Yeah, these are all 1 day time frames. I mean, I don't even know what to glean from this.
Where is Pepe right now?
It's 1-4.
Gotcha.
Somewhat of an important level.
Yeah, I think that Pepe is where Doge was at. And I think we talked about this last week, but it's at where Doge was at in May and June of 2019.
Let's pull up Doge.
AZ, that's a great comment, man. You're sitting on one chair. What are you all in the chair?
Are you all in the
You're
chair?
using one microphone. What are you all in on that microphone? Oh, your entire portfolio is in Pepe? Or are you all in Pepe? I mean,
Frogs because
it's called conviction, guys. It's called conviction. I have conviction that this chair will not fail.
Wait, Tommy, what were you saying about Doge?
I think that Pepe is where Doge was at in May or June of 2019.
Oh, jeez.
You need the Binance USD chart.
Tucker, if I could make one request, it's that you hide your hide the right side, get a little more chart. There we go. Beautiful,
Okay.
beautiful.
Wait.
Oh,
Tommy.
Lance.
May or
Oh,
June
Lance. Look at
of
that.
2019. Where's May of 2019? There.
Oh, Lance. Look at that.
Jesus.
That's in log, man, because you can't view it.
It went up 29,000%.
Yes, it did. I don't know if I think Pepe is going to do that, but
Whoa.
where was Doge when it set its low last cycle? I don't even know.
June.
From a market cap standpoint, where was it?
I mean, it would have been June.
Let me check CoinGecko.
June or July. June.
Let's see, because it's 14 billion right now, which means in June of 2019, it was about 400 million market
What's
cap.
Pepe?
I'm pretty sure that's about what Pepe is at right now.
Yeah, it's close.
Oh, Lance.
Yeah, Pepe is at about 589, 600 million market cap right now. So if it drew down another like 30 or 40%, it'd be the exact same spot where Doge bottomed. I don't know.
Wow.
Is it round 2?
It's gonna be a while of a wait, but when it does go, you could just hold Pepe, realistically speaking, and outperform probably pretty much everybody if this is gonna play in a similar fashion.
Run it back, baby. Run it back.
Oh, geez, Tommy, you're giving me. Okay, this is very, very interesting. I've been comparing it to SHIB and not Doge, but you might be onto something here, brother. You really might be. Oh, now I'm scared, Tommy. Now I'm scared. Scared of being underexposed.
Oh, I'm for sure underexposed, man.
Dude, it's down 14% today. Maybe it's time, you know?
It was down a lot more earlier. Oh, man. It was down another 14% earlier today. It was down 28% today.
Is it really?
It was down 25% today.
That's
I
pretty
mean,
funny.
I'll flash wick, you know.
That's pretty funny.
That's insane.
Dude, why even hold ETH when you can just hold Pepe? For real. Why?
It's a great
Because
question.
you don't have the cojones to just full port Pepe? Is that it? I mean, really? That's it. Like, that's actually the reason. Like, I'm kind of saying it in a funny way,
Can
but that's
Pepe
it.
run before ETH starts moving aggressively, though? Maybe that's the
No.
question.
No,
to
it
be asked.
can't. No, it cannot. No, it cannot.
Yeah. Why hold ETH in general?
Tyreal, you know what? I might actually just buy a bunch of Pepe, man, now that we're talking about it. Because I do have the cojones to full port Pepe. That's the thing.
That'd be some insane beta, man. But if it's
I'm a
going to do
chase
something
or.
like that,
I'm a chaser, Tommy. I'm a
Yeah,
beta
but Max,
chaser.
this is the conversation when Nakamoto was talking about it, when they were talking about it in spaces, like ETH. It's like, where's your X's? Where is your X's? Because
When I
if I'm
start,
not talking X's, I'm not interested, and I need 10 plus on everything. All right.
what do you
And
mean?
I don't
Like,
see
where's
10
my
out of
X's?
ETH.
What do you mean? Where are the X's?
No, I'm talking about with Ethereum.
Oh, I mean,
So I
dude,
do agree with Tyree on the
no. Hang on. ETH, in my opinion, is like probably the most sure 3 to 3.5x of all time.
So is
at
the
these
SPY.
prices.
No. No. You think SPY's going to what?
No, I said ETH.
Look, Air Mass told me 8K. All right. From the low, that's a 3x. Almost. All right. Almost.
The SPY is not going to 3x in the next 18 months.
Well, look. If I can't get at least 5, mostly 10, I want mostly 10. All right. In the next bull run, I'm doing something wrong.
On every token?
Almost. Some will fail. Some are going to 0. Some are literally going to go to 0. But I wanna flip my portfolio a lot.
The flipper.
The
flipper.
I think there's potential for it, man. Like I look, I got a decent amount in the paid when it first went on. Everybody told me it's going to 0. I was like, okay.
Who told you it's going to 0?
Well, everybody did. Like people are like, launchpads are dumb. Why would you want a launchpad? Launchpads are not the play. And then what do you see? All the launchpads just literally just send, right? And they send because of speculation. That's what they are. They're speculation plays. So when speculation reaches peak FOMO, everybody starts jumping into launchpads. What else do they start jumping into? Well, projects start jumping into things like Filecoin and stuff like that because they need storage and they want decentralized storage. Like these are all plays that play into a bull market hand. You just have to be able to sit through the freaking drawdown while you're dealing with the issues. But I would say, hey, almost a 30x, you know, we'll be realistic, maybe we're like 25. But almost a 25x for the low, that's a pretty good substantial gain, right? And that coin right there is only $1 million market cap. So these launch pads, like these are like exponentials if people would have just paid attention to how markets actually move. And speculation can play a hand in pushing projects to like peaks. And I'll tell you this, look, launch pads were the play since the drawdown. Not only launch pads, but storage will be the other play since the drawdown. I'm just literally just dropping alpha here on our audience, but like that is just what it is. And then these markets from there move into whitelist, and whitelist make exponentials. And then you can also play and dabble in these other coins, you know, that are on chain and that have been completely annihilated. Again, the way I laugh at people that sit there and laugh at Dot. It's like Dot has a big ecosystem. There's a lot of people in it. And there's a lot of locked up liquidity that, you know, if they actually went out without losing money, they're going to have to pump these markets to be able to push the market up so they can actually get out, right? And I want to play that uptrend while everybody's trying to exit. And I'm going to exit with them or before them and then watch everybody else tell me that's the future when they go back to 0. Crypto has so much air and opportunity, it's not even funny. I think just people just don't capitalize on it because there's so much fear in this market. And I love it because the fear, it feeds my portfolio. That's what it does. Be scared. Be scared until it moves, and then tell me how it's the future when it's already moved.
Will fills those breakfast burritos with fear, man. He eats it for breakfast.
This is why I come into crypto with a decent amount, and I come in a way to where I am overly speculating. I am overly risky. Like a lot of people sit there and they're like, put a little risk on. It's like, dude, I am max
Put a
risk.
little risk on.
Like
Put a little
I buy
risk on.
NFTs. I buy everything, man.
You haven't
Like,
seen risk until.
Why
you've
did you
seen
say it
Will's
like that? Well,
risk.
gonna put a little risk on.
people always like, there's so much risk in the market, guys. It's like, yeah, no shit. It's called opportunity. That's what
Dude,
it's called.
you to come into crypto and try to be risk averse, I think you're missing the plot, truthfully. It doesn't mean go be an idiot, but you're here for exponentials. You want to play it safe, go buy SPY, go buy QQQ.
There's the bond market if you want to be extra safe.
There's the bond market. You can go get 5% right now. 5%. Locked it in for over a decade. You can go do that. I mean, we're in crypto because we want the pump, man.
We love the pump.
I think we got one more altcoin cycle left in us. I'm talking like a 2-year crazy blow off bonanza, ridiculous pump
2030, man.
before they make all of it illegal. Honestly,
2028, I think is a cycle or something like that, somewhere around there. But like the 2030 is your last opportunity, in my opinion. You get this cycle, one more.
I mean, we could always have a cycle down the road that's maybe after exchange tokens as we know them get banned. You have a cycle driven by it, like crypto finally becoming the utility no longer becomes a meme. But hopefully that's for the right reasons, right?
yeah.
Look, I'm going to tell you guys, this is the cycle of real world assets. That's what it's going to be. Just keep watching. And this is where utility starts to play. And then next cycle, it'll be normalizing. And then from there, it'll be stock markets 2.0. And that's where you should have made your millions.
I'm stealing it. I pulled a Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I think it's pretty funny when people say this is your last chance to ever make it. Like this is it. But like financial bubbles have been happening for all of mankind. Like there's always going to be more opportunity. But within crypto, I actually agree with you, Will. I think we've probably, and I agree with probably everybody here in the sense that we probably, at a certain point, the diminishing returns of crypto are going to get to a point where it's not going to be the make it market, for lack of a better term. But I do think we have another cycle or two in there with just these aggressive outsized returns. But it is probably going to be riskier to do that in this cycle than I think previous cycles, just because of what we're already seeing in altcoin markets with market making. Liquidity hunting isn't necessarily, wiki to the same extent, but I think from a lower time frame, and I think just from a, I think most traders that I know are getting chopped up trading altcoins than they have in the past. Whereas the people I know who are holding spot are just vastly outperforming, which isn't anything new in crypto, of course, but you can definitely see that on a daily basis.
All might pointed out again. One Canto is RWA. That's true.
Oh man, Canto. Oh, I remember that coin. I guess they're trying to bring it back, but the dev said that he doesn't care about pumping the token, so I'll buy other things.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of ADA. We're not here to pump the token. Pumps it to 90 billion.
Guys, you know what marked the top on Sol? It was my Sol phone.
Mark it.
You used to call me.
Mark bought Sol phone.
My Sol phone marked the top, man. It arrived, and that was the top.
I told you, man.
Guys, we hit 100 likes.
No way.
Yeah. It was probably my meme. It had to be my meme, right?
Look at that.
It had to be this meme.
It was the meme, man. 100%.
Look at this. Market check enjoyer. Hey, bro, you should really like the stream.
The purpose of the meme isn't to hit the like button. It's that Max is saying he wants to watch you pee.
Oh, man. Jackus, what's up, man? How are you?
Pretty good. I hope you guys can hear me now.
Yes.
I was talking to you back then. Don't know why, but the mic wasn't hitting it, so I had to restart.
Shoot. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Good.
So what's going on? What are you seeing in the markets?
I mean, yeah, lots of great stuff has been discussed. I mean, the probably most important thing to take away from this dump is really that BTC has dumped minus 10%, and alts have not dumped minus 30%, just like the whole year, or like the past 2 years, right? The alts held pretty strong, and some even are positive on the day. And that, in my opinion, shows a strong buyback from the market. So I think over the next days, the market should really continue higher,
How did we just lose 5 likes on the stream? Who did this to me?
You said 100 and
Who did this? I saw 102 likes and now we're at 98. Who did this? Who's pranking me right now? Someone out there probably made like 10 accounts so we'd cross 100 just so I'd announce it and then unliked it. Who did that? I want a name. Who did that to me? Yeah, now we're at 97. You guys are pranking me.
I liked it. I liked it just now for the first time.
The self-like-or.
Yeah.
Look at that, Tyrell. I removed them on multiple accounts. I knew it was you, Tyrell. I knew it. I knew it was you. But I respect you, Tyrell, for keeping it real. Thank you.
That was corny, but I'll allow it.
Thanks. Thanks, guys. Can someone help me do some math here on my Pepe chart? What would the market cap of Pepe be up in here if we literally just do the Doge? These are percentages I'm not used to working with.
Are you calculating the next 2 cycles ahead?
Yeah.
What are you trying to get, the price or the market cap?
Just what happens up here. Yeah, what's the market
What
cap?
happens up here? So what does it go up? 108 what?
0.00125. We need like a Pepe calculator.
I know. I mean, well, what's the percentage gain? Just do that. What's the percent gain?
118,000.
118,000. So that's what?
So
118x? No.
1,000% is like a 9x, right? So then
what's the market cap?
100 times that
What's
be a
the market cap
900x.
right now?
Would that be a 900x? Am I viewing that correctly?
What's
100 is 110,000%.
Yeah, it's 1100x. It's 1100x.
Oh man.
Times what's the market cap? 500 million.
Market cap 600 million right now.
Well, I'm doing 500.
Okay.
I think what's also pretty interesting is that if you look at the Dutch chart and you count up the number of weeks it's been going up versus the amount of time it's been either going down or sideways, is like, I don't know, it's like 1 versus 50 or something.
It'd be 708 billion.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not possible.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
No, you're telling me this isn't possible here? Is that really what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah. Because you do 600 million times 1180.
Okay.
Yeah, it can't pull 1,000x from here with that market cap.
Tucker.
Oh, you're
That is not the answer I wanted to hear.
I mean, it can if the whole asset class goes to like 10 trillion. Then of course it can. But
That is not what I wanted to hear, Tucker. Why would you say that?
you asked for the math, brother.
$894, 500, 500. Yeah, 447 billion. You're correct. Damn it. Damn it, man.
Yeah.
Just a little bit ambitious.
Dude, that's so wrong, you know?
What did Doge? What did
Are you guys saying the math ain't mathin'? Is that what you're saying?
Dude, Tucker's just fudding my bags right now and not saying Pepe could reach $500 billion in market cap. That's what's happening.
The
I'm not
math
saying
ain't
it
mathin'.
can't.
Doge peaked out at 80 billion, I think, last cycle. Like 75 or 80 billion.
Hold on, Tucker. Are you counting for all the burns that could occur magically somewhere in there?
No, obviously not.
Okay.
Of course not.
So if for Pepe to reach parity with Doge, its market cap from right here would need, let's just say, I think Doge hit 75 billion last cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Divided by 600.
Look, Tucker, if you want to make exponentials in the shitcoin market, expect everything that sounds impossible to become possible.
No, I didn't say it was
100%.
impossible. I just gave him the
I'm
math.
just playing with
That
you.
would be 125x from here, roughly.
I'm gonna say it's impossible.
125x from here is
Yeah,
impossible.
but Snorlax, we didn't.
I think that's possible. No, the the other one.
Yeah, no, that's impossible. That's
Yeah,
impossible.
but here's the thing, Snorlax. A lot of people didn't think SHIB would get where it got to, and what did they do? They started burning tokens.
But okay, but
push
SHIB had a
price.
roadmap outlined by Doge's performance. So SHIB was basically trailing Doge's market cap when it went parabolic. So we know what's theoretically possible based on previous cycles for meme coins. In my opinion, the ceiling has been kind of set. So we know that last cycle Doge went to 75 billion, I believe. SHIB went to
almost 80.
SHIB went to like
40.
60.
No,
40?
it went to 40.
Went to 40.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to assume maybe if Doge this next cycle goes to like, say Doge to $1 comes to fruition, right? So maybe Doge goes to like, I mean, it's hyperinflationary. I don't even know what the price would be, but let's just assume the market cap then would be, over 100 billion. We're going to left curve it. Doge goes 125 billion. SHIB makes it to 90 billion. Pepe could go 70 billion and reach what Doge did and be in the number 3 spot for memes. I think that makes sense.
So I think someone at Streamlabs didn't like what I was saying, so they kicked me out.
So what's 70 billion in price or in X's?
That's 125x from here.
Look, it's the kind of X's that are on the low end range of what I'm looking for, but I'm definitely on board.
Is 125 on the low end range of what
dude, you throw 50 grand in Pepe right now, 125x is 6.25 million, Will.
Easy.
All right. Well, the next green candle. Just remember.
Guys, but honestly, it out of all meme coins, if you have like Doge, which is like the Bitcoin of meme coins, and then you have like all the copycats like Flocky, Dog, you have Sheepdog, but then you have Pepe, right? Pepe is the frog, it's not the dog. Pepe is the meme of this cycle. I've been saying that for a while, and I still stand by it.
I agree, Jackus. Here's the thing, though, Max. You remember we went to the Bitcoin event. What was all the art about?
It was
That's
all
right. I
Pepe
forgot
art.
about that. The Pepe, they had all those Pepe things.
Pepe.
Yeah.
People are literally sleeping and have no clue what is coming.
Pepe's gonna dominate, man.
I remember
And look,
back when
I was late.
Oh, sorry, Will.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I remember when Pepe was pumping back in the spring. It was just doing multiples daily, and I texted a friend because I had no idea how far we were in the cycle with it, and I said, "Hey, have you guys ever heard of Pepe? You should buy it." And one of them, my friend said, "Tommy, what the hell are you talking about?"
Early.
I love it when you come to I come to people that are younger than me in my family, and I'm like, get into crypto. They're like, oh, you playing with your little coins? I'm like, am I old or are you old? Like, who's the old one here?
Yes, I am playing with my little coins. What's it to you?
Like, you want to see my portfolio and then you want to laugh?
Well, I still tell everybody I'm in property management. I have no idea what I do every day. What am I supposed to say? Yeah, I come on YouTube and I talk about PP coin with my friends that I met on the internet. Like, there's no way to explain this. How am I supposed to explain this?
Well, you can at least say you met us in real life. You can at least say that.
I've got a wife and a 5-month-old. I can't explain this, man. I don't have a resume. I don't have a 401k. You know, how am I supposed to explain what I do? Things will change in the future, but for now, I'm in property management. Things are going great. Thanks for asking.
Max is in waste management.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm in the mafia. Yeah.
Like, I'm out here cleaning up all the trash. I need to be in waste management. I've been buying all the garbage that everybody else didn't want. And now they're all like, hey, what's a good entry for your trash? And I'm like, bro, I told you months ago to pick up the trash and just sit
Will,
on it.
when you said the other day that you were looking for more dumpster fires to throw money into, I couldn't hold it together. I was like, bro, what are you talking about?
Bro, being risk advert this year has been amazing. I'm like, how bad is that down? Oh, okay. I need to look into this. Hey, remember the Carvana talk, Max? You were like,
Oh my
it ain't
God.
going nowhere, and it fucking moved.
Those were fun days, Will. Those were really fun.
Mhm.
He's like, it's going to zero. It's going bankrupt. The next day, it's up like multiple X.
Did Carvana die yet or no?
No,
it's
every time
still
I see
going.
one, though, I think about the pump it had earlier this year.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at Carvana, man. That's Carvana.
Anybody have Christmas music stuck in their head now? Even if they
Look at
don't
the
want it?
structure too, Max. It actually looks
Dude,
it
why
looks
does it
pretty
look
good, bro.
Yeah,
It looks pretty good.
why does it look good?
Because they're gonna run it back. They're gonna fucking run it back.
That does
dog.
look good, man.
Are they gonna run this thing back?
Oh yeah, look at the low. Look at the low. Look at the high. Like, you're sitting right on support.
Are they really
That-
about to run this thing back?
Yep.
That legit looks like ARC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, why does this look good? Oh no.
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Yes, bro. That's why I said watch stocks, man. People are so hyper focused on crypto. Stocks are just going for pennies on a dollar. Right?
They can't run this thing back, can they?
They are, bro. Watch. Look
No.
at that circular bottom. Look at it. I bet you throw an RSI in there. It's bullish.
This looks like Nakamoto Games, Will.
It does, bro. You guys said no to Nakamoto, and look at it.
Okay, but hang on. Isn't this Carvana's like completely
No
done?
to Polygon.
Yeah.
No, it's not done,
That's
bro.
getting
Look,
wise,
if they
man.
can get out of this low, they're bailed out by the public.
But does
Just
the
like
public
AMC,
give a
just like
damn? The
GMC.
reason that worked with GameStop is because a group of young people had an emotional attachment to a business that played an important role in their lives growing up.
Look,
So they decided to step in and short squeeze everybody that wanted GameStop to go to zero. Nobody has an emotional attachment or any sense of nostalgia whatsoever towards Carvana. Nobody gives a damn.
look,
That's the
I
difference.
do. It's called my portfolio.
AMC and GME had emotional attachments behind it.
I have emotional attachment to my portfolio until they're back at all-time highs, and then I sell them.
But the one that kind of contradicts what I just said would be Bed Bath & Beyond.
There you go.
Why would that pump? You know,
I have an emotional attachment to Bed Bath and
I'm
Beyond.
telling
Tommy
you, look,
loves his linens.
I actually do like shopping there. I did used to shop there pretty much every year for Christmas. They have good stuff.
they do
I'm
have good
actually
stuff.
pretty sad they're going
do.
out of
They
business.
do.
man.
They do have good stuff. I won't lie. Like it's overpriced, but it's good stuff. But I will say this: look, if you look at that low, bro, somebody is accumulating, Max. Somebody is freaking accumulating. It's not hard to see at
Will.
all.
What they're doing is they're covering shorts into no liquidity.
I'm telling you, watch when it breaks that high. Watch it just freaking move.
Will, okay, Will, you know what? I'm gonna do something right now.
We talked about this on
You
the
ape
lows, and you
in-
told me
you-
the
you
opposite,
ape
and it
in
went the
right
other
here.
way.
You ape in and show proof of ape. All right.
POA.
You fucking make me buy fucking Carvana again.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right, I'm open TD right now.
Gonna
Proof
make
of
me
ape.
buy
I want
Carvana again.
at least 1,000 shares. Will at least 1,000 shares. All right. Proof of ape.
I do think
What is it,
we
like
could
a
rip
penny
this
a
week,
share?
man, in equities. Like there is a pretty good case for it.
What do you guys think of PayPal stock?
PayPal. Let's see.
I'm
Yeah.
already in it. I'm stuck in it now.
In my opinion, it looks pretty good for a buy here. It looks like AVAX before it bumped.
I was just about to say that, man. It looks like AVAX.
Yeah.
I always said the AVAX always traded fairly similarly to ARK. No idea why, but PayPal looks a lot like the ARK chart too.
Bro,
Why is PayPal dying?
I do not want to buy this.
Just is it because crypto?
I don't know.
It's got to be dying, man. I mean, I
You
use
have to
PayPal.
imagine that it's going to get a pump at some point, though. Like traders are going to hop all over that.
I mean, should we buy some leaps on this, Tucker? Like 120 strikes for
Yeah.
middle of next year?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not putting 40K in
Probably.
Carvana. I don't need that much in there.
The lack of conviction, or is what you are, Will.
100 maybe. I don't need 40K with a Carvana.
So if
Yes,
we
you
buy
do, Will.
some leaps on PayPal, playing like the 120 to 130 strike, and this thing somehow pulls an AVAX, let's literally just pull up AVAX and just have some fun here, boys. Hang on.
What was the chart? Let's find some charts that look like. I feel like I've seen a ton of charts that look like the PayPal ARK
AVAX look
type.
better.
Yeah, we could probably just put some crypto overlays on these bad boys.
I don't know
AVAX
if it
look
did,
better,
Tucker.
man.
It kind of looked the same, man.
It is the same.
AVAX look better.
I don't
But-
know. I mean, maybe a little bit.
Put 2 week on AVAX.
Oh, hold on. Draw up the
Oh,
RSI.
yeah, you
Draw
gotta
up the
put on the
RSI real quick
Time frame
on
there,
that, Max.
I mean, this is
Throw the
pretty-
RSI on that. Yep, you got a bull div playing out right there. Look at it.
I mean, this is
Got a bull div, bro. Bull div. Look at the
You know
lows.
the meme of Leonardo DiCaprio like snapping at the TV.
Yep, just get in there.
That's
Bull div
Will
right
with
there.
the
I
bull
actually
div.
do think that this is going to move.
That is
Yeah.
a bull div, bro.
It's a good buy to 150.
all right. Let's fractal this. Let's have some fun. How about it, huh?
Look, you even got your red zone. You're above it now, and you're using it as support on your RSI.
What if you just took the bottom?
That
yeah, I
looks
guess
good.
you could just do that.
I like it.
I like
Yep.
that.
That looks really good.
I
Just
mean,
a retest of the high right there.
let's buy some 110 strike leaps on this thing. You
100%.
probably pull a 60 or 70x on them at least.
Yeah.
And look. Here's the thing. Look, unless you're fading Kathy Woods, I would say, and she bought after me, by the way. I would say
She
definitely.
follows
get
Will's
into
outlook
PayPal.
on Twitter.
All right.
Kathy Wood is not a good trader, man.
I posted it, bro. I posted the buy. She bought well after me. Yeah, she bought my bags. So yeah, she's not a good trader.
She's a good launchpad buyer.
Use Kathy Wood as exit liquidity.
She didn't buy much because it didn't move much. I'll tell you that. But I definitely think that there's interest in this just by the RSI alone.
Will, did you just say Kathy Wood's size is not size?
She does not have very much size. I'll tell you.
She's
that.
got size, man. Kathy's got size. I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, I saw 2 pennies and that was it on my price when she bought.
Wait, where is the size of Katie Wood?
She's trying. She's just not there yet.
Kathy Woods.
Kathy
Never mind,
Woods.
never-
Clear to buy.
Oh man.
Anybody else on the options calculator?
Yes.
Right?
That's what I'm doing right now.
I
Dude, they
figured.
won't even sell me a strike above 100 right now.
You know what I love? Like when people sit there and talk about market makers and like how price moves so dramatically. If like BlackRock runs in, I'm like, go look at Twitter and tell me where Elon entered. I was like, you could see a support, but he never pumped the chart ever while he was entering in Twitter.
Dude, the payout
people
on
just
these
don't
options
understand.
is stupid. Oh my gosh. Oh, are you guys
Bro,
seeing
it's
this?
worth. It is 100% worth. 100%.
These are such dog shit. Oh my gosh.
That's why you play him, though.
What do you
'Cause
guys like
nobody's-
for timing?
Max.
The Junes, the Julys, Septembers?
That's because nobody's playing it. Nobody's playing it.
Are we sure the bottom's in now?
Yeah, I legit heard one Czech fund manager talk about Pipel this week. So I was pulling up the chart and I was like, hey, this really looks like AVAX, man. Should be a buy here. I think it shouldn't be going lower anymore.
You got a bull dip, bro. I don't know how that's it's not a meme. It's like legit. Like just play the
What
bull
time
dip just
frame
like
is
you play the
bull dip
bear.
on?
It's on a high time frame.
No, I know which time frame.
He's on a 2-week right now.
Oh, is that
You
where
got
the
a
dip
major
was?
bull dip playing there. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, there's a major
Yeah.
bull dip on the 2-week. Look at it. You can literally draw the lows all the way across on the RSI and the
Super good.
Wow, man.
What's
The
the
take
payout
it
payout on
3-4
these
months
is
out and you're good.
stupid. The payout on these is literally stupid.
What's the time frame for that?
I'm looking at some Junes right now. I'm looking at the June 115 calls, like way out of the money, like ridiculous, right? It's basically like it's basically a 6,000% return.
Jeez.
If you're
Think
in
of
the
that.
money
Just
on
a
a-
small portion of your portfolio and you can make a stupid amount of money.
Oh man.
That's the
Or a
power of
big-
leverage.
Or a big portion and you just retire off of them, Will. How
Bro,
about
you can't go there. Look, there's risk and then there's full on,
I know.
I don't know. Like
But
let me
this
think
the
of I
downside
almost said
risk
a bad
in these
word, but
calls.
Well, the downside risk on a play like this is literally zero. So
yeah,
Yeah,
look,
it's a
I would
zero
ride
play.
these. I would ride these to zero. I would ride
It's
them.
a-
to
I
zero.
would
zero.
ride these to zero.
I would. I literally
100%.
would, dude. I would. They won't even start moving until the thing's above 70. I mean, that's how far out of the money I'd play these. Like, it's literally just a YOLO, but it's with a very small amount of money. It's like isolated margin for crypto, high leverage, risk very little.
This is Tesla before Elon bought it. All right.
Dude,
When you're talking
PayPal is
about
a dead
moves.
end company. Sorry.
No. I'm
way.
talking about moves. I'm talking about moves.
Oh,
I'm not talking about the company. The company is garbage. But the move would just be absolute sin.
I feel like it happens by the end of Q1 by like this pattern.
I'd probably play the Junes, Tommy, June or July, just to give myself a little extra time. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, play the safety play. You still got stupid amounts of X's. It's so far out of money. It's not even funny.
Jeez, they're not even making marches that are over like 95. They're gonna make me a market.
He's gonna be like fuck, I forgot his name. The guy from Big Short.
Yeah, you're gonna make me one.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
legit.
I found the ones I'm playing. I'm buying them right now.
I'm worried about solvency of your bank in case my PayPal calls go there.
All right, I found the ones I'm buying. I'm gonna share them with you guys when we're done here.
Oh my
These are
God.
juicy. These are
Don't even
totally.
need to invest a lot of capital in these for just insane returns.
Where do you guys play these options?
TDA for me.
I just play them on Robinhood.
Yeah, I'll probably buy a little bit. Why not? Live a little.
If not me, then who?
Fortunately, TDA has. Oh wait, no, JK. Let's see if no, they don't. Wow, that's disgusting. Wow, but the spread is tight. You like to see that, yeah?
Wow. All right, let's wrap up the stream here, guys. Let's do it.
We
Guys,
gave alpha. We gave end alpha here. Those of you guys that stayed until the end, you have just been served alpha. Maybe you guys make insane amount of money because you stayed late.
That's right. Guys, thanks so much for being here today. If you haven't yet, please consider liking. We just got to 106 likes while live. I think that might be the highest we've ever, second highest. I think we got to 112 before. But guys, thanks for getting us over 100 likes while live. That's absolutely fantastic. What a great show. What a great Monday. Excited for this week. Again, if you guys have not subscribed yet, this is Market Check brought to you by Because Bitcoin. We are live Monday through Friday at 10:50 a.m. Eastern Time. It's basically just a 2-hour-long alpha dump with this entire cast that you're looking at right here. So please consider subscribing if you haven't yet and you are new here. We greatly appreciate your guys' continued support. And you guys just sent us through 3,000, like sliced through it like a hot knife through butter. We're like 3,040 or something like that. You guys are fantastic. So please consider subscribing as well. We greatly appreciate it. Then you'll be made aware of whenever we go live or we drop a video, which again is every single day. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. Furthermore, here's the big offer, guys. We're calling it very, very soon here. The first link in the description below will take you to our website where you can sign up for our premium Discord, where me, Snorlax, Tucker, Will, Jackus, and Wabi all share our active positions and premium analysis that we do not post here on YouTube and also on Twitter. Again, it's not a signals group, but we do share all of our active positions in the spirit of transparency. So you'll definitely love it if you enjoy the analysis and the discussions that we have here. We do over 2 hours of private voice calls every single day with the entire Because Bitcoin team and community. It's a really great experience. There simply is not another Discord or community out there that works harder than we do. The code across the bottom of the screen, if you use it at checkout, free month, you will get 30 days for free. It will not charge your card. Again, you'll have to put your card in, but you can cancel if you don't like it. So 30 days for free. This is going to go through the holidays, and then there will be no more free trial. And we're trying to figure out what that healthy balance is for how many people we want to let into the Discord, because we want to ensure the quality. So get in while you can, especially while we're offering the free month through the holiday season, because it will not last forever. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for the support. Hopefully you'll give the Discord a try. And again, please like the video and also subscribe if you are new here. Tommy, kicking it over to you for a final farewell.
All right. I'll go ahead and finish this up, guys. It was a great show for a Monday. We went almost 2 hours. If you haven't already, we'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button on your way out. But we hope you guys enjoyed the show. We dropped a ton of alpha, a ton of trade setups, outlined the week for everything from stocks to crypto. Like I said at the start of the show, I think it's going to be a week that provides not just a lot of volatility, but probably a lot of really good trading opportunities. So it's a long week and it's Monday. There's no need to get too aggressive on the first day of the week when, like I said, I do think that we probably will have considerable opportunities here over the next few days. But we'll see what we get, guys. Make sure to tune in for Market Talk with the legendary King Wabi at 4:15. 4:30 Eastern time. Sometimes that start time will vary a little bit depending on when we wrap up with our Giga Chads, but I feel like lately we've been pretty good about getting to that on time. But yeah, no, that's all from us, guys. You'll have a fantastic rest of your Monday, rest of your week. I hope you all had a great weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again.